Most men not only don't want to date, they don't even want friendships. They are realizing just how fake many people are. I will share with you an interesting story that might relate to you, or that maybe you've gone through that same scenario. But let me tell you something first. I honestly believe that one of the biggest lies told to men is that real friends will always be there forever. No, I don't believe that, and I want you to stay with me so I can explain my point to you. Some of the deepest cares a man carries were not given to him by an enemy or by a stranger. They were given to him by someone he called a friend, someone he called a brother, the man who knew your secrets, the man who ate at your table, the man you defended when everyone else walked away. Sometimes it's that man who hurts you the most. And what makes this kind of scenario crazy is that I don't think most men are alone because they don't have people around them. I think most men are alone because they don't know who to trust anymore. So if you've ever slowly stopped replying to messages, stop accepting invitations, stop telling people your plans, stop believing in the brotherhood, brother, you are not imagining it. You are simply seeing something that's happening to men all over the world. And today we are going to talk about why. Because the older I get, the more I believe being alone is not a man's biggest problem. Fake friends are a man's biggest challenge. That's my opinion. Now, before we get into the real stuff, if you're a man who is tired of fake advice, who is tired of pretending everything is okay, and you simply want a place where men can have honest conversations without the noise, this is your home. Smash that subscribe button. This channel is not about blaming anyone, it's about helping men understand the world they are living in and then become stronger because of it. So if that sounds like your kind of community, you're in the right place. Again, smash that subscribe button and welcome to the community. Now, the story I told you about is about a guy. His name is Daniel. Daniel had one best friend. They met when they were teenagers. They played football together. They skipped school together. They talk about becoming successful one day. They even joke that whoever became rich first would pull the other one along. 20 years later, and that's how long they knew each other. 20 years. Daniel finally started making some good money. I mean, it was not millionaire status, it was not wow, but it was good money. Just enough that life became comfortable for him. He bought himself a nicer car. He moved to a better and bigger apartment. He started dressing better. But something strange happened. His best friend changed. Jokes became insult. The support became competition. And every achievement suddenly had an explanation. Oh, you're just so lucky. Oh, you've changed. Oh, you think you're better than us now. And Daniel laughed it off because in his mind it was like, this is my brother. We've grown up together. Then one day, Daniel shared a business idea. Just talking, just brainstorming about this exciting idea he had. And then a couple of months later, he discovered that his friend has taken that same idea and has started it alone without even referring back to him. And to make it even worse, he did not even give Daniel credit for that idea. He said he told everyone that was his idea. Daniel was hurt. And Daniel was not hurt simply because his business idea was stolen from him. Daniel was hurt because of the person who stole that business idea from him. His trusted friend, his trusted brother, someone he called a brother, someone who smiled in his face every day. And that's when he realized like his so-called friend was not actually a friend. So from that day, Daniel stopped telling people about his dreams, no matter who was in front of him. He stopped explaining himself. He stopped even trusting easily. And he didn't do this because he hated people. He did it because that experience taught him a lesson. Because sometimes the closest to you celebrate your failures more than your victories. And now, before someone jumps in the comment section and start telling me, Big Bro, it's just one bad experience, I want you to go around and ask enough men, and you'll realize that this is a story of so many guys. And you watching this, you might have been through the same scenario. You might have faced the same things. So it's not just an isolated case. Now, here's what I think many people misunderstand about men. Men don't usually wake up one day and decide, like, I don't want friends anymore. It usually happens slowly, one disappointment at a time, one betrayal at a time, one broken promise at a time, one phone call nobody returned, one birthday everyone forgot. One moment you realize that that friendship actually exists because you kept it alive. And when it reaches that stage, many men stop reaching out. Not because they hate people, but simply because they stop investing in relationships that lead only one way. Now, here's another uncomfortable truth. Some friendships only survive while you are struggling. The moment you improve your life, you accidentally reveal who was genuinely happy for you and who was simply happy just being ahead of you. Success has a funny way of exposing hidden competition. Because a friend who secretly measures himself against you, believe me, he can never be genuinely happy when you're growing. He'll either minimize your success or he will just disappear altogether. In my books, I would rather you disappear than try to minimize my success. Because that's evil. I know it's painful, but that's valuable information. Loyalty is not tested during hard times alone. Sometimes it's tested when good things finally happen to you. And you know what's interesting? Men are often told to open up, but no one talks about what happens when a man opens up to the wrong person. So believe me when I say this. Some men didn't become quiet because they are emotionally unavailable. They became quiet because they learned the hard way that not everyone deserves access to their inner world. And there is a difference there. One is insecurity, the other is wisdom. Now, this is the truth you should take from this video. If you're going to take one thing from this video, it should be that not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. Because I see a lot of men make this mistake. They start believing that history creates loyalty, that if you grew up with someone, they'll be loyal to you. That's not true. That's not very true. Just because you know someone for 15, 20, 30 years does not necessarily mean they are good for your future. The world changes. Things change, people change, and people will care about themselves more than you, especially when they have to choose. I want you to listen to this very carefully, bro. Time creates memories, character creates loyalty, and those are not the same thing. Some men stay in toxic friendships because they feel guilty. We've been boys since high school. We've been through everything together. I can't just cut him off. But let me ask you something. If you met that same person today, with the way they treat you now, would you become friends with them? Or are you only keeping him around because of who he used to be? Because sometimes we become prisoners of nostalgia. We hold on to old versions of people that no longer exist. So the honest truth is that men don't want more friends. Men want real friends. And when people hear me say I don't really have friends anymore, they assume I'm bitter. That's not true. Sometimes I'm just being selective. And there's a huge difference. When you're younger, your cycle is built on convenience. You go to school together. You live in the same neighborhood. You go to college together. You play in the same football team. Maybe you work in the same place. But as you get older, you begin asking different questions. Can I trust you? Can I leave my family around you? Can I tell you good news and don't worry that you secretly resent me? Can I disappear for 6 months and come back and nothing has changed? Those are different standards. And honestly, they are better standards because loyalty isn't measured by how much someone takes you. It's measured by who they become when life tests both of you. Now, here's something nobody told us as men. Not everyone clapping for you is happy for you. Some people applaud only because they think you're about to fail anyway. Others encourage you because they don't even believe you will actually succeed. Then, the moment you prove them wrong, everything changes. The jokes become criticism, the advice becomes sabotage, the support disappears. But success does not change everyone. Sometimes it simply reveals who they are. And that's why I think one of the most saddest moments in a man's life is not when he's betrayed, it's when betrayal stops surprising him. Think about that. When a man starts saying, I expected that, something inside him has changed. He's learned to protect himself. And while that protection can be healthy, it can also become a prison because eventually you stop trusting everyone, even people who actually deserve it. And that's why balance matters. Don't become naive. Don't become cynical either. The goal isn't to trust everyone. The goal is to become wise enough to recognize who deserves your trust. So if you're enjoying this conversation so far, bro, and you want to help the channel grow, join the membership. Become a member of the channel because members help make conversations possible. They get access to exclusive content and behind the scenes stuff. Get the merch, share the video, subscribe, hype, and just make it grow because it's all about remaining focused on the mission, protecting your peace, and never apologizing for becoming a man you've always wanted to become. Now let's keep going. Brotherhood still exists, but it's rare because I don't want you to leave this video thinking good men don't exist anymore. They do. And in fact, some of the strongest friendship you will ever have might still be waiting for you. Now here's the difference. Real brotherhood doesn't happen because you forced it. It happens because two men recognize the same values: integrity, respect, accountability, mutual growth. Real friends don't compete with your success. They challenge your excuses. They tell you when you are wrong. They celebrate your wins without making it about themselves. And perhaps most importantly, they show up. Not just when life is exciting, but when life falls apart. That's brotherhood. Not constant texting, not posting photos of you together, not calling everyone bro. It's loyalty, it's consistency, it's character. Maybe the goal was never to have hundreds of friends. Maybe the goal was always to find two. Two who actually answer a call at 2 a.m. Quality will always beat quantity. Take that to the bank. Quote me anywhere. Now, if you're a man watching this and you've been betrayed, don't let that experience convince you that every man is fake. Let it teach you to choose better. Protect your peace, protect your time, protect your ambitions, protect your family, and most importantly, protect your trust because trust is expensive. Don't hand it out to people who have only earned your attention. A small circle is not failure, bro. Sometimes it's evidence that you finally learned your worth. Now, before you go, if you're serious of becoming fit and you really want to get in shape, here's my fitness channel. It's all about men, men's fitness, testosterone, weight loss, anything that has to do with men's well being. Go check it out because we're going to be pumping a lot of interesting content in the coming days, all for men's well being. And if you've decided that, dating is not your stuff and you're contemplating, I'll help you make that decision. The first comment, there's a link. It's a free guide. It's called the opt out decision test. It's going to help you decide if you're opting out based on emotions or on logic. Again, it's free. It's not motivation, it's just a mirror in front of you. Check it out. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the biggest lesson friendship has ever taught you? Or have you found it harder to trust people as you've gotten older? Share your experience. Maybe there is someone who might just need to read your own experience and learn from it. And if this conversation resonates with you, don't stop here. Check out this video on the screen because these are conversations like this that's going to make us realize our worth and understand the society we live in today. Thanks for watching. Share with your brother who needs to watch this. Smash the subscribe button. See you in the next one. Copy that.